Hello, I'm Amy Rose Rotruck, author of the forthcoming How to Trap a Zombie, Track a Vampire, and Other Hands-On Activities for Monster Hunters. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a monster hunting pack out of a pair of old pants. This was recorded at ALA. There was a little bit of noise in the background, which is why we're doing a voiceover here. As you can see, I have a pair of old jeans. They work with adult jeans. You can also use children's jeans. It really depends on how big your pack you want it to be. First thing I do is I pull the pockets out just so I don't accidentally cut them. You make a cut along the jeans right below the inseam. Basically, you're making a pair of cut-off denim shorts if you've ever done that. Now, in the interest of time, you're not going to see me cutting here, but you'll see the finished product. You end up with two pant legs. We'll set those aside for now. They will be used later. And you end up with a pair of cut-off denim shorts. And you set those aside. Now, you're only going to need one pant leg for your monster hunting pack unless you want particularly long straps. You use the legs to make the straps for the pack. And you just cut strips about 2 to 3 inches wide. You don't want them too narrow because these will be the straps of your pack, and if you cut them too narrow, then it will cut into your back, and that's not very good when you're out hunting monsters. You can see a finished strap there. You want to cut 2 of those, and as you can see, you have plenty of material from one pant leg, so if you would like to make longer straps, you can always cut more and stitch them together. Once you have your straps cut, you take these shorts and you turn them inside out. And you lay them flat. You even up the bottom edges because that's where you're going to be sewing. You want that to be more or less even. Doesn't have to be exact, but as even as you can get it. You take one of the straps and you put it inside the shorts and you pull it through so it comes out just an inch or two past the leg hole. Now once you have that done, I find it helpful to pin your fabric together just so things don't slide while you're working on it. Once you have it pinned, then you can start sewing. Now just a little bit of caution here. It is denim that you'll be working with or some other heavy materials. That's normally what pants are made of. So it can be a little difficult. You want to use a fairly heavy needle and also fairly heavy thread. A little bit heavier than your average sewing thread. You can still find it in any fabric store. You take your needle and thread and you just stitch along the bottom edge of the shorts. And then you do the exact same thing for the other side, of course, so you have 2 straps. And again, in the interest of time, you're not going to watch me do all that. I'll show you the finished product here. Now what I have in my lap there, that is a finished pack. Now, that's how it looks when you have the straps sewn in. I've turned these shorts right side out, and the straps fall out of the bottom of the pack. Now, to form the top side of the strap, so you can actually carry it, you take each strap and you tie it to one of the belt loops. It's up to you which belt loop you use. I prefer to tie it to the belt loops that are on either side of the back of the jeans. Some people tie them both to the middle belt loop if you want to carry it more as an over-the-shoulder pack rather than a backpack. Either works, whichever feels better to you. And what's nice, since you tie them, you can always change it later. And if you want longer straps, then you can just cut more strips, sew them together. You could make this so it could be a shoulder bag to sling across your body if you want. Now, of course, you need some way to tie the bag shut, otherwise all your monster hunting supplies are going to fall right out. I prefer the drawstring method. What I've done here is I'm taking some clothesline and I'm measuring it so it goes around the pack entirely and have a little bit left over, just an inch or 2. You don't need a whole lot. Now with a lot of cord it tends to fray, so what I'm doing here is taking some masking tape and wrapping it around the cord where I'm going to make my cut. And once I have the masking tape there, I cut it, and then that way it's not going to fray. If you cut along the masking tape part, then it won't fray on the end that you cut for. Yeah, you can see there I'm fraying the rope, and some ropes fray very easily, and you don't want that in your monster hunting pack. You cut two pieces of rope or cord like that, and then you thread it through the belt loops. Now you want to do this with both cords, and you'll end up with the loose ends of the cord being at either corner of the pack. Once you have them each end threaded through, you want to tie the ends together. Then you do the same thing with the other piece of rope. You can see, and again, this is personal preference. I like having a drawstring on either side. You can get away with one drawstring. If you feel really ambitious, you can even put a zipper in the top of the pack or buttons. It is entirely up to you and what your sewing skills can do. Okay, once you've knotted each side, you just pull the ropes like that for a drawstring bag, and then you tie it in a double knot at the top. What's nice about cord is you can tie a double knot and it won't slip, but it's also fairly easy to untie. Now there you have the finished monster hunting pack. Now you can look for the book in stores September 14th, 2010. It is coming from Mirrorstone. Thank you very much.